Hello everyone, welcome to SSC. In this video, I will discuss in next 120 days what you should do exactly to score really well in mathematics. And if you are someone who is very serious about this year's CGL and you have such doubts that how to complete the syllabus by 30th April, can you prepare or practice each and everything in 120 days? What are the resources you should follow for new pattern questions? If you are underconfident or unable to solve tough questions, what to do? Whether the PYQ will be helpful or not, or if you're a beginner, which course you need to go, or if you're a repeater, how to improve your score. If you have all these doubts, then watch this video till end to understand each and everything. First, understand what happened in last year's CGL. This is the average number of questions we saw last year. Now understand the most important part is this. The crux is what we saw last year, that the pattern has changed. What has changed? The pattern in terms of the types of questions that are being asked. Previously, we used to see fixed and repetitive, and this is because TCS was conducting the examination. We had a very huge sample size of questions, so we knew what will come and what used to come. But in this year, this did not happen. We saw more of banking level questions, banking type language. Now, what used to happen during in your examination, if questioner wants to make the paper calculative, they used to put heavy numbers to crunch and solve. But now this is more of multi-conceptual questions. You have to use one or two concepts to solve those questions. The approach. Previously, speed and practice matters. If you solve more questions and if you are able to solve those questions within a 1 minute, you used to score 44 plus 48 plus in math. But now this won't work. Now conceptual clarity is must with approach and the application, how to handle those questions. And in the advanced section particularly, we used to see repetitive questions with good level. But this time we are seeing direct formula based questions but with twisted language. Language is making only the difference, but the questions are purely direct formula based. In weightage distribution, we used to see very good distribution of questions in terms of your tier 1 in TCS pattern. But in Eduquity pattern, take out any shift. You can't say the whatever happening in this shift, it may continue in the next shift. In some shifts we used to see 12 to 13 questions in advanced math, and in some shift it is strict to 6 to 7 questions. So purely unorganized, very polarized in terms of arithmetic and advanced. There is no certainness in this particular question distribution. We used to see that all the pattern was fixed in TCS, but in Eduquity pattern we used to see at least one different new type language based questions in this pattern. And the language in this pattern are very complex and more of logical traps. You have to decode the questions well, and it is, as I said, multiple conceptual based questions. The thing is, we diagnose the whole problem, what it was happening and what it is now the situation. So our next course of action should be how to fix this and how to get better. Now understand, your whole math, if I have to take the subtypes, it is covered in 266 types. So roughly 250 plus subtypes are there to cover the whole syllabus in math. Now most important thing is you have only 120 days remaining. So the real question is, will you be able to solve each and every types of questions and get better? The answer lies here. Do not make fool of yourself. Why I'm saying this? I'm saying this being as your elder brother. Understand one thing, that in my teaching experience and also while clearing 4 examination in my very first attempt while working, I have seen my friends and I have seen students, they fall into these 3 categories. First is students who have math phobia, that you have fear of math. Whatever you do, you need more time, you need more confidence, then only you will excel. For this type of students, if they think that I will score 50 out of 50 in math in the next 120 days and they are starting from the scratch, then they are making a fool out of themselves. You just need to focus on 18 to 20 questions, the right type and the right subtype. You just need to focus and you will score really well. Otherwise, you are preparing to fail. For level 2, they're average learners. They know the basics, but they need certain brush ups. They need to understand the approaches in every type. They need to understand the actual understanding of the question. And if they revise once, they will get better, they will score better. And these students, they can definitely target 20 to 22 questions in tier 1 if they prepare in 120 days. In type 3, understand, they were good in maths during their school days, so they have a framework to understand the question, to understand the pattern. So if they stick to what SSC language is all about, the right resources, they will do really well, they can score very well. So understand which type of students you are, and based on that prepare. Now when I categorized you in these types, what I actually meant in terms of your application, in terms of your preparation. Now see, when I said this in the last slide, what I said, the whole paper is all about 266 plus subtypes. Now see, in these subtypes, these are the L2 that you are seeing. These are more difficult tables for very beginner students, for the students who fear math. So if those students, they get stuck over these concepts, these questions, they take eternity to get out of this demotivation and move to the next chapter and build the confidence again and again. So those who are level 1 students, they need to understand that why we are targeting 18 to 20, because we are skipping those level 2 questions, level 2 concepts at first. We'll stick to only the level 1 things, we'll get better in this, and by that we will be able to score 18 to 20. The remaining students, they can cover all this. Now how to do that? I have divided your whole preparation journey into 3 phases. In the first phase, in the first 35 days, we'll focus on your whole syllabus. You should focus on completion of the syllabus and practices like this. This has been created keeping in mind two things. First thing is that building conceptual clarity, and how that conceptual clarity will help you in the next chapter. So that way you will be able to solve questions quicker and get a better grip over these topics. So first 30 days you should clear the concepts, practice questions from these chapters. After that, in phase 2, you should focus on advanced part. Start with algebra, lines and angles, triangle, quadrilateral and so on. And in phase 3, your focus should be on revision of these questions through a revision worthy material. Now what is the revision worthy material and how to focus all these things? What are the resources you need to follow? Understand. See, the most important part is, if you are a type 1 and a type 2 student, you need a particular course. See, I am not selling anything to you, right? If you like my content, you go for it. If you do not, check out the teacher who is helping you understand the course in the right way, who is teaching the right content with a limited time, not some 400 500 classes courses. So you have to stick to it and you have to clear your basics, because there is no other way to clear the basics. Now there is a myth that I will learn from YouTube. Now trust me, whenever you check out any teacher's video in YouTube, there is no link between basics, then foundation, then level 1 questions, then level 2 questions, then level 3 questions. So you will never understand the types and the actual approach to these types. So for that you need a course. This will make a huge difference in your preparation. Understand this. Now certain resources you need to follow first, and that would be free from my side, which are, first thing is for your calculation. So for your calculation, I have already made this book and it is available in our Telegram channel. I will again upload it in the Telegram channel. This is known as Speed Math book, which comprises of all the types of questions that create troubles in your examination. You will see after 30 days, you will see the drastic change in your calculation. Second, the concept book. See, this book has been prepared only keeping the beginners, those who are weak in math, in mind. And in this book, you will understand each and every theorem in the simplest possible language and type wise examples to get better with the approach thing, with the application of those theories. So this is completely free and I will upload it in our Telegram channel again. You will get it from there. And for your revision, understand this. Whole SSC CGL math crux only in 1049 questions. And this book is completely free, available in SSC Monk Telegram channel. Now see, with this, your whole revision will be taken care of. If you take care of your foundation and practice, then you are ready to score really, really well in mathematics. Now, those who are from non-Hindi speaking background, those who prefer English language, this is my course. Currently, there is an offer going on that you will get the course for 749. You can get this course from our SimplyCrack application and website. Demo videos is there. Check it out, understand what I'm saying. But whatever you do, use your brain to it, why this has been said, and why this will actually make a difference. So with all this, all the very best guys. I hope you got the insight of how to prepare in the next 120 days to score really well in mathematics. So all the very best. See you in the next video.